Hello, how are you doing today? I just want to mention a small important subject regarding work. Remember, eWak talks about work. eWak challenges people to renew their attitudes, their perceptions and culture about work. Now, there is one pressing issue that somebody was telling me about, and I thought it's good to mention: payments. Paying for services or products or something done for you. So if you are a customer, I want you to understand it is your noble duty to ensure that you have a good agreement and a plan, the way deliverables to be done in a smooth way to pay, but never refuse to pay for services delivered to you. That is a very absurd and barbaric kind of culture that you should never be part of. I know sometimes people would want to give services that are mediocre, poor, in other words, not good and not as per expectations. What I would like to say is that ensure you don't just pay people without vetting them. You don't just engage people, you don't know who they are, what they can do. You don't even supervise your work. And at the end of the time of delivery, you're upset and you walk out and you refuse to pay. You'd rather pay the person if it's your mistake. And even as a customer, accept when you are wrong. Now, before you hire somebody, get to know what they are capable. Check, preview, vet them. Understand before the service is offered to you. Then, create a delivery process that is smooth and easy to monitor. You do part 1, you pay part 1. In installments or so. If you're okay, you go to level 2. That way, even if you disagree, the damage will be minimized. If it is a mistake, you never did your due diligence, then pay the young person or the old person, the expert, the supervisor, or whoever you hired, and cut or let them be. And if you are to agree with the sentiments of eWak, be patient, be positive, challenge people, enhance process of engagement, or rather, use a process of engagement with service providers or contractors or experts that is smooth and sober. These are the values I keep saying. So do not refuse to pay somebody or delay their money. That is sickening. And that is some of the vices we want to challenge out of the work culture, or rather the service industry or even the customers. And you, if you are a service provider, if you are an expert, if you claim you are a skilled person in this field, make sure lies, assuming people know what you have in mind, you are not communicating, dishonesty, lack of transparency, all these kind of vices and ills and habits, those are things that we should totally be ashamed of. Why would you lie on the basis of work and nobody is forcing you? You need to be paid. That is insanity, it is absurd, and eWak totally discourages. And if you share the same sentiments, that is the campaign you are trying to bring on board. That if you are a service provider, do not over-promise. It will just bring more trouble. Remember, we abuse work that way. Work is solutions. It's a resource. It's creating solutions, not problems. When you start lying, being dishonest, you're just like a thief or a conman. And that is wrong. That is the campaign we must spread. If you agree with me, if you agree with eWak, create an account. Let us be part of this discussion so that you will not find a situation where even a bad customer, in quotes, will take advantage of you because you understand the value added service delivery. When you are to commit to work for somebody, have clear agreements. If possible, go in phases. Remember, the informal sector is still full of loopholes. People take advantage of workers, and that is very wrong. And so that you are not a victim, also do not be part of the problem. If you go lying to people, do not take you serious. If you go being dishonest, if you can't observe timelines as expected, if you are saying I can deliver the best standards and you're delivering funny standards, yes? If you are a tiling expert and your tiles are not level, they are not straight, they are not neat, people will go get problems and excuses why not to pay you. So don't create problems and indicate that people are not willing to pay you. At the same time, as a customer, be a person who is willing to be part of the resource process. Nurture people, young skills. Create a smooth process that you will supervise or monitor and avoid problems. So this payment issue is a pressure, and it is each person's responsibility, from the service provider, from the customer, you and myself. We need to make sure we don't create chaos and problems where, in essence, people come together into work relationships to get solutions. If you are a doctor, you will need a building consultant somewhere. If you are a professor in mathematics or whatever engineering field, you will need some gardener somewhere. So you offer a service on the left, you need a service on the right. We cannot escape this, and eWak is trying to challenge us all to be part of a resolve process and to adopt a culture that is both updated, relevant, but most importantly, work-oriented. What work really means, solving problems. You harness your skills and abilities and bring a tangible solution that is supposed to be evident, that is supposed to be above reproach, so that we minimize all these chaos. So payments, problems with payments, delayed payments, everybody has a role to play, but make sure engage a process, a work relationship that does not bring chaos on the same issue of payments. So thank you so much. Remember to subscribe, to follow our page, to be part of this discussion. And if you are such kind of a person who agree with these values we are talking about, make sure you have an account at eWak. That is the culture of eWak, where we look at marketing with the value addition, looking at the issues that are true. People market, you go to the Facebook pages and any other place, people say I can do this, I can do that, but the moment you call a person, you are in for trouble with a probability of 6 to 10. That is very wrong. People are abusing opportunities. People are abusing skills. We need to change that. You need to be part of that change. And if you are idle somewhere, not doing anything, that is very wrong. Wake up, go to the place of work, bring and show solutions. Get a work profile that makes and has a difference. Now, people need that. People are looking for serious solutions. People are tired of such old cultures where African time. There is nothing like that. That is ignorance. Don't abuse time. Time waits for no king. So you cannot entertain that mediocre practices and expect better results. We must change the culture and adopt a refined and a new way. If you are given a service, deliver with the best standards, so that if somebody is trying to get a reason why not to pay you, they don't get. And even before that, you are such a high standard person that you not even allow people to take advantage of you. So thank you so much and have a nice time.